But one of the great pleasures that I get to have here on the show is to interview really talented people in the music industry. And this guy is just one of the amazing artists that are about to just really go beyond just being a songwriter, being a producer. He's going to really make a name for himself as a rapper and singer. I didn't even know he sang. I was like, wait a second, I thought he was a rapper. First of all, Kevin McCall is a really he's literally a quadruple threat. You know, coming up from Watts, California, to the heights of where he is now, working with people like Kerry Hilson, Chris Brown, Tank, and so many others. We are so excited to welcome him here to TKIF here on KEMPIRE for the very first time. Please welcome Kevin McCall.
Yeah. That was a one heck of a introduction, man. Thank you for that. Thank you.
First of all, I am truly impressed. You know, I know who Kevin McCall is, but you know when you're preparing for an interview, you really get in depth to who the person is, and I'm truly impressed by the journey that you've taken to be where you are right now.
Yes. Well, Sam Cook, hey, it's been a long time coming.
Most
Thanks.
definitely. You know, there are a lot of things about you that people may not know. I mean, college educated. You were about to go to the NFL, but you chose music over that. Why did you choose music instead of the NFL? Because that
Well,
seems perfect.
well, besides not having bad knees and a hurt back and a bad neck,
Mm.
because I played 5 years in the league, like, instead of going that route, I was like, I'm going to do something that I can do as a career no matter how old I get. I can do all kind of stuff in the music business. And, that stuff is short-lived, the sports and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think I was going to go too far if I didn't really, want to compete at such a high level. I felt like it would be an insult to the game, such as passion of the football.
And then you focus on the music, and then you got linked up with Chris Brown through Andre Merritt. I did my research, and then you guys created some of his best work, and it was pretty much you were part of his comeback with the hit single Deuces.
Yeah, it's cool. And he was a big part of my beginning.
Mm.
I feel like if it wasn't for Chris, I wouldn't have such a great start like I had. Or may not have had a career ever. So I'm really thankful for that. And I didn't expect any of that to happen, but it was like a blessing of God when it did.
And you've been a part of everything since then. I mean, you've written on so many different songs for Chris. So we have to ask you. You know, Aaron Camper was here last week, and he said some of the new material for Chris Brown's next project. He described it as special. How would you describe Chris Brown's next album venture, whatever you want to call it?
I would say you would have to hear it to understand. I think it's gonna be real though. I think it's top secret. I haven't even heard it, so that tells me it must be something special and top secret.
Really, you're not gonna give me nothing. So we're not gonna.
Well, he's on my new mixtape that I came out. We did some work for my project.
Yes.
Called Definition, that's coming out on February 14th, Valentine's Day. And we have a couple songs on there that we worked on.
So we're not going to see any Kevin McCall on the new Chris Brown record?
I don't think there's going to be any features on it. But, it's still CBE.
Most definitely. You know, if you guys just tuned in, of course, singer, rapper, producer, songwriter, so many titles. Are you Jamaican? Kevin McCall is here on the show. First of all, Kevin, you just talked about the new mixtape that you have coming out, Definition. Why did you decide to call it Definition?
I decided to call it Definition because I wanted this to be the body of work that really defines who I am as an artist and as a human being in general, and just the kind of, eclectic, different type of things that make me, that all compile me. I want people to get from this mixtape.
Mm-hmm. What elements, because, a lot of people, because like I said before, I didn't even realize you sang. I was like, wait, he sings too? But then I learned.
That's really,
go ahead.
That's the first thing I ever did, with singing. So that's really a first.
I learned that now. I was like, oh, so the rapping thing was pretty new for you then.
everything's pretty new, but it's like I don't know, it's so comfortable doing both that I just kind of like do it on everything.
Well,
And it's like it's the same to me.
if you had to choose between the two, which do you prefer to do?
I would say, okay, well, I'll just make beats and write people smashes.
Oh, so
I don't have to.
you would skip all of you wouldn't even
I
do
would
this.
forfeit both and go to
Wow,
my other loves.
wow. Why is that?
Because producing is my second love. It's singing and producing. And then, writing is probably the last, but writing is easy. Writing is fun. And you just like to be creative.
Okay, all right. So I always find it interesting to ask the singer songwriters that question. Uh, but the mixtape definition. I got a chance to listen to the remix featuring Tank, and I know you've written for Tank before. What is it like working with artists like Tank, Carrie Hilson, Chris Brown? Like when you go in as a songwriter, what's the approach that you go in with?
Well, the first thing you should do when you're working with an artist like that is come in with your pen and notepad, and you should take notes, and you should really study what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're beginning to notice is they have a different type of work ethic. They don't really play around. They really work hard, long hours. When everybody wants to go home, they're still up working and grinding. And I've seen that with all three of those artists you named.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I learned from them. Just
You,
that grind.
yeah. I know that you describe your music. You have a lot of what's the word, romantic, sexy music that you've created, especially for yourself.
Yeah.
What can people expect from the definition? What kind of sounds are you playing with on the definition?
That 90s R&B kind of sound with just a new age, uh, type of swagger to it. I got that 90s feel in R&B, but I'm not saying knocking the boots. I'm saying, whatever we say these this time of year. But it's really gonna be cool because we're gonna have some rapping and singing.
Okay.
And it's just an eclectic approach. I try to have some of the bedroom stuff, but also try to have something, for women to feel appreciated too, or something that even just throw you off and just trip to some weird music.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people in the blogs are talking about your newfound love with Eva Marcille. Any songs on there about her?
Oh yeah, Eva's a great girl. We're just friends right now, but she's definitely a great human being. Fan of her work, and I just enjoy, going out with her from time to time.
So that's just your friend, Kevin. You could be real with us.
Yeah, for real.
That's just your friend, Kevin? Then you doing something
Yeah,
wrong.
we're just friends. We just like going out and having a good time,
Okay.
and we like, nice dinners. Same thing like regular people like.
Uh-huh. Thanks for the political answer. If you guys just tuned in, I'm here with Kevin McCall, and we're talking about Eva Marcille, but he won't give us any dish on it. It's all right. It's all right, Kevin. It's all right. But we have a question.
Dude, I gave you the real.
Okay, Kevin. No, but one of the questions, here that we have, every night is the question of the night. And one of the questions of the night for tonight is about weaknesses. What is your kryptonite? What is some of the things that make, that you just can't resist?
I cannot resist food, dieting. I do not like diets. I cannot resist food. I've been doing good lately, though. I've been trying to get ready for this mixtape and the summer coming.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to be going to Miami and to the beach, and, I can't be, looking busted.
Well, what are some of the foods that you can't resist?
Some of the foods I can't resist, you got Bertha's Soul Food on Century.
Mm.
You got Ramona's Burritos over there on Western. You got, what else I like? Man, Roscoe's, any of them. The one in Inglewood, the one on the east side over there by Maine. All of that.
Yum.
In case you didn't know I'm from L.A., my bad. That's for people in L.A. know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
He was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's food, so it all sounds good.
Yeah.
It's food.
That food, that's tasty.
Food sounds good to me. It is Super Bowl weekend. Do you have a team that you're rooting for?
Yeah, 49ers is my dad's favorite team.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily not my favorite team. I don't really have a favorite team like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I like anybody that's representing California.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going for the Niners.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So another thing that I wanted to ask, we talked about, one of your weaknesses being food. You want to look right for the summer. You already have the image of being a sex symbol. How do you deal with that?
How do I deal with
Being
being
a sex symbol. Don't act
what
don't
you
act
call
shy, Kevin.
it? Really, I just want to be an example of somebody who wants to really like be disciplined in their life and take care of their body and be healthy. And
Mhm.
I just want to inspire people to be fit and healthy and shit. I mean, stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that's really what I feel like my calling is, just to be an example of that our body is a temple and just take care of it and that everybody's beautiful. I really believe in that. I know I sound like a hippie, but I'm really like into like just love and peace. Like I'm like an R&B hippie like dude.
You're the second person tonight talking like this on the show. I feel like the ratchet one. It's all right. It's
I
all right.
definitely can get a little ratchet. Like I'm from Watts, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh. Well, Kevin, people know that you're fit. So is there like certain exercises that we can do so we can look like you?
Well, honestly it's 20% exercise and 80% diet. Not literally, but just to give you an idea of how important the diet really is. It's really about how you diet. If you do 40 minutes of cardio every day and eat good, you're gonna be straight.
Note to self. I'm gonna get up on that.
It's as simple as that. 40 minutes of cardio every day on the treadmill. Yeah.
All right, Kevin McCall in the fitness. Do you ever see yourself exploring doing something in fitness?
Yeah, I want to like put out one of those hip hop abs or one of those things you see on the infomercial. It would make a lot of money.
Or like the
I
Phaedra
want to
Parks
start my
Donkey
own.
Booty video?
No, I ain't seen that one, but that kind of intertwines the music and fitness and all and fashion and all that together.
Most definitely. What other projects do you have coming up that because we know you do so many different things. We know we have the definition coming out on Valentine's Day, but we also know you write for other artists. And there was a time that you were in the studio with Brandy. Whatever happened to those sessions?
Me and Brandy, we were just like we just never really got any songs that came out or anything. But we worked a lot, and she's like a big fan of my work. I'm a big fan of her work, but she would like to support me and bring people by to meet me and stuff like that. Like, it's just like that in the music world sometimes. Like writers just hang out and see what you've been working on and just vibe like that.
So what other projects are you working on?
Doing some stuff with Carrie Hilson. Okay. Right now, I'm in the studio with Mike Will made it.
Okay.
Actually in the booth.
Literally, like right now?
I'm literally in the booth doing an interview.
That's dope.
And Marks and Brothers is gonna be getting on some stuff.
Wow.
Just worked with 2 Chainz, a lot of people.
That's a great mix of people.
And Kemp Radio, I recently worked with them and it was amazing.
It's KEMPIRE Radio.
KEMPIRE.